Hi, this is Dr. Jim Anderson from Anderson Center for Neuropathy and Chronic Pain to talk to you about restless legs and what we call phenotype. In other words, people that I see that have restless legs oftentimes have somebody else in their family that also has restless legs. Maybe it was a sister, maybe it's mom or dad. Very common. And in fact, if you look it up in the medical literature, I think approximately 50% of patients that have restless legs have been found to have somebody else in the family that also have restless legs. So how can that be? Well, we believe, or I believe, that most of the time the restless legs is mechanical. It is not metabolic. It's not your magnesium, your dopamine, your iron levels. Not saying those can't contribute, not saying treatments there may have some effect. However, I think that primarily it can be mechanical for many patients. Mechanical versus metabolic. What's the difference? Well, mechanical would be structurally. I believe that many patients with restless legs have compression of specific nerve tunnels in the lower extremity, much like having carpal tunnel syndrome. Medicine's never really delved into this realm. I don't have research to report back to you and say absolutely, positively, this is something that can be inherited. But I do think there's certain phenotypes, we call this in medicine, where if somebody over here has it, then a relative may also get it just because of their DNA, for lack of better explanation. Like I have blue eyes, okay? Well, so did my father. And I think it's very reasonable to say that maybe some people are more likely to inherit a tunnel or tunnels that become tight, okay? Give you an example. People oftentimes have carpal tunnel syndrome. They come in, they have compression of tunnels in the lower extremity that can cause them symptoms of neuropathy, for example. Another example would be somebody does manual labor their entire life, using their hands every day, all day, pretty much really demanding on their hands. They'll never get carpal tunnel. But medicine has not demanded asking the question, well, why is that somebody else over here does a little bit of typing and immediately they get carpal tunnel syndrome? Why could that be? And I think in time we're going to find out more and more, because again, there's anecdotal evidence to support this, that you inherit tight nerve tunnels. And that is why you, my friend, have restless legs and somebody else over here doesn't. And that is why you, my friend, can eat right and do everything you want and, avoid carbohydrates and all this other stuff that you're doing nutritionally to maybe help with restless legs. And it may not do much. It can, but in many cases it doesn't, because I think when you look at the big picture, a pie chart, so to speak, and that pie chart probably, I'm just throwing out numbers here just for visual, maybe 70% of that pie chart is from compression of tunnels that have been too tight, and maybe other things like iron, like magnesium, like dopamine are over there, but they're not causing as big an effect as the compression going on in the nerve tunnels. Because we have people from 8-9 years ago that have had these tunnels open surgically and they're still doing fine. And this is more information I want to share with you to get you to kind of change the way you're thinking about your restless legs and look at another pathway that you can pursue. It's not something you're going to hear a lot about, and that's why I'm on here on YouTube, because I'm very motivated. I've helped many, many people. Many of you come from way across the country to our clinic here in Colorado, and I really appreciate your support and your trust. You're my heroes because you've read my book, maybe looked at my research, and you have the faith and trust that it takes to come here. So again, thank you for watching. Please, before you leave, think about subscribing to our YouTube channel. I really appreciate you watching these, and by you subscribing, it's going to help me get more word out to more people that are really suffering tonight, that just aren't going to be able to get a good night's sleep, and maybe you're one of them. Thank you for watching.